In 2012, an anonymous account posted a single image on 4chan. It said it was looking for highly intelligent individuals. Whoever solved the puzzle hidden inside it would be led to something bigger. Thousands tried. A handful succeeded. And then, in 2017, after 5 years of cryptic messages, that account posted one final warning and went completely silent. Forever. That's not the strangest disappearance on this list. One case began with an obituary, a Redditor announcing his own friend had died, that unraveled into hidden code, military slang, and whispers of a website that may have been a job board for assassins. And the third isn't a person who vanished at all. It's the most famous disappearance in modern financial history, a person who invented something worth hundreds of billions of dollars, then walked away from it completely, and has never been heard from since. 3 digital ghosts. 3 different eras of the internet. And in every case, we're left with the same unanswered question. How do you build something this significant, and then disappear so completely that no one, not journalists, not governments, not obsessive internet detectives, has ever found you? Case 1. Lake City Quiet Pills. 2009. Let's start with the strangest rabbit hole on Reddit's history. In 2009, a Redditor named u/2-6 posted something unusual. An announcement that a fellow user, known as Religion of Peace, had died. He was 79. Users who remembered him described someone abrasive, strange, and self-described as an old soldier who'd done bad things. That alone might have been a footnote. But curious users started digging through his old comment history and found a personal website he'd linked, an old image hosting page. On the surface, it looked like nothing, just a basic site. Therefore, someone did what internet investigators always eventually do. They viewed the page's source code. Buried inside, invisible to normal visitors, were strange messages. Not gibberish, structured text referencing jobs, shipments, payments, specific dates, and unusually high compensation. And scattered throughout, one phrase kept repeating, one that gave the whole mystery its name. Quiet pills. Slang, many believed, for something far darker than medication. Internet sleuths spent years picking this apart. Some were convinced they'd stumbled onto a covert hiring board for military contractors, or worse. Others insisted it was an elaborate joke, an alternate reality game built by someone with a very dark sense of humor, exploiting the fact that people want mysteries to be real. But here's what keeps this one alive over a decade later. Nobody has ever confirmed who Milo actually was. Nobody has ever proven the messages were fake. And by 2013, the original site vanished completely, its Reddit accounts abandoned or deleted, leaving only broken fragments preserved on the Wayback Machine. Even that's no longer guaranteed. In 2024, whoever currently controls the domain requested the site be scrubbed from the Wayback Machine entirely, erasing what little evidence remained. Which means the deeper we try to dig into this mystery now, the less there is left to find. Case 2. Cicada 3301, 2012. Now, a mystery that didn't hide in obscurity. It wanted to be found by exactly the right people. On January 4th, 2012, an anonymous account posted an image to 4chan's paranormal board. The message was simple. We are looking for highly intelligent individuals. To find them, we have devised a test. That test turned out to be one of the most complex puzzle chains ever assembled online, layering cryptography, ancient literature, number theory, and steganography. Hidden messages buried inside images and audio. Solvers who cracked the first layer were led to the next, and the next. Most people who attempted it never got past the opening steps. A handful of people made it all the way through. According to one leaked message, believed to be from a genuine solver, those who succeeded were contacted directly and invited to collaborate on undisclosed projects for what described itself only as an international group with no name, no symbol, and no public presence. The puzzles returned in 2013. Then again in 2014, this time launching from a Twitter account instead of 4chan. Theories exploded. An intelligence agency recruiting code breakers, a cult, a tech company hunting for elite talent. Some pointed out that GCHQ in the UK had run its own puzzle-based recruitment campaign, but Cicada's puzzles were, by every account, far more sophisticated than anything a government had published. But then, just as suddenly as it began, it stopped mattering whether we understood the motive, because the entity itself disappeared. The account went quiet for years. Then, in April 2017, one final cryptic message appeared, warning solvers to beware false paths and verify a specific encryption signature. Since that message, in 2017, there has been nothing. No new puzzle, no explanation, just silence, and a warning that all these years later still hasn't been proven false or true. Case 3. Satoshi Nakamoto, 2008 to 2010. And now, the biggest disappearance on this list, not in mystery, but in consequence. In 2008, someone using the name Satoshi Nakamoto published a 9-page document describing a new kind of currency, one that didn't need banks, governments, or any central authority to function. Bitcoin. Nakamoto built the software, mined the very first coins, corresponded actively with early developers on forums and by email, refining the code, fixing bugs, guiding the project for its first 2 years. Then, in December 2010, Nakamoto posted a final public message on a developer forum. Quiet, technical, unremarkable. And then, nothing. Ever again. Just like that, there was silence. Here's what should genuinely disturb you about that last case. Satoshi Nakamoto isn't just an anonymous internet user who got bored and walked away. Based on early mining records, Nakamoto is estimated to hold roughly 1 million Bitcoin, a fortune that, depending on the market that day, is worth tens of billions of dollars. And in over 15 years, that fortune has never been touched. Not a single coin moved. But why? Journalists have tried to unmask Nakamoto for over a decade. In 2014, Newsweek controversially named a California engineer, Dorian Nakamoto, who firmly denied any connection. Other researchers have pointed to cryptographer Hal Finney, an early Bitcoin collaborator who lived near Dorian Nakamoto and had the technical skill to build it. But Finney also denied being Satoshi before his death in 2014, and no conclusive evidence has ever tied him to the identity either. Others believe Nakamoto isn't one person at all, but a small group of early cryptographers working under a single shared name. None of these theories have ever been proven. The private keys controlling that first fortune have never moved, never been touched, never given up a single clue. Now look at what actually connects all 3 of these cases. Lake City quiet pills left behind code that hinted at something real, then erased itself before anyone could confirm what that something was. Cicada 3301 built an elaborate test specifically to find brilliant people, succeeded at least a few times, and then vanished the moment we started asking who benefited. And Satoshi Nakamoto created something so valuable that almost anyone else on Earth would have been tempted to cash in, and simply never did. In every single case, the disappearance itself is the strongest evidence that something significant was actually happening. A prankster doesn't need to disappear. A random hobbyist doesn't need a warning about false paths. And nobody sits on tens of billions of dollars for 15 years by accident. Whoever, or whatever, was behind each of these wanted something more than money, more than fame, more than the satisfaction of being right. They wanted to disappear clean. And as far as we can tell, they succeeded. If mysteries like this keep you up at night, subscribe, and let me know what cases you'd like to see in future in the comments below, because we're only getting started.